welcoming you to our chair yoga class today for Waldenstroms, and we're sitting here with a large group of folks from all over, welcoming you, Edith and friends, all over, caring for various issues and challenges. And we've had some questions about, is yoga strength training, and can we be improving our strength by doing yoga? This is something that is an important thing to consider as we age, because we can develop a loss of muscle strength and tone as we age. So it's important to strengthen muscles, and yoga is indeed something you can do to strengthen. But we're just also keep your ears out for some more strength training with Sharon coming up soon. So let's go ahead and get started. Today's class will be a slow flow sequence. Slow flow sequence. And you've already been doing slow flow yoga. It's just repetitive movement where we're aware of the breath and we're going slowly. And you know, this slow flow can be really helpful for mental chatter, and I think some of us even noticed this as we were doing Tai Chi last week. I'm doing the same thing over and over again, and I'm breathing, and boy, that really takes me into the present moment in a wonderful way, and it teaches me patience, and it integrates my mind and body. Lots of good reasons why to do it. But I'm going to start with just a little bit of centering and breathing. So let's begin just by noticing maybe your feet on the ground, or maybe your seat in the chair. And make any modifications so you feel comfortable here. Maybe you want to rinse the shoulders up, back, and down. And I'm so excited to share a practice with you today, my inaugural practice in this new space. You can see this banner behind me that was created for World Awareness Day that I snagged from the office. So really pleased to be in this Waldenstrom's community with you. Perhaps you'd like to close the eyes or soften the gaze down and just take stock a moment of how you're doing, how you're feeling just right now, without judgment, just noticing. What does it feel like for me to breathe in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth? And can I keep my attention on the breath for just a little while? Breathing in unison with all of my Waldenstrom's friends in this moment. I am not alone. And perhaps the challenges and the concerns I have are something that someone else in this space is also going through or has gone through. So I'm just breathing in and drawing in that support and breathing out, sending out that support. Feeling this connection with my breath. Let's take 3 more breaths, just as you are. One more big breath. Maybe sigh it out, and then you can begin to open the eyes. And let's go ahead and start with a little bit of movement together. I'm going to bring my arms down at my sides. I still have my feet on the earth. And if it felt comfortable, you could come away from the back of the chair, so that you're fully supporting yourself with your own muscles, your own core muscles. And I'm just going to inhale and lift my arms halfway up, and then release, float my arms down. As I breathe in, my palms face up, arms rise. Breathe out, palms face down. Breathing in. Maybe the arms go up a little bit higher. Breathing out. Welcoming you, Catherine, as we do a little bit of slow flow movement to get us started, to begin to reduce that mental chatter. Here I am in this moment, breathing in, lifting my arms, releasing my arms down. And each time I might go a little bit farther until I feel like I've gone as far as my arms want to go. And maybe it's just one arm going up if we're caring for challenges. That's good. Let's do 3 more. Breathing in, breathing out. This whole space just for me right now. This self-care space. And then I'm going to give myself a hug just for coming to yoga today, tucking my chin, feeling my feet on the earth. I am going to be okay. And releasing from that hug. And we'll move the head and neck just a little bit here. So I'm going to release my right ear towards my right shoulder and inhale to center. Left ear, left shoulder. Maybe it's not all the way, but just a little bit. Inhale, center. And just moving from side to side at whatever pace, whatever range feels right for you. That's good. Just continuing to move the head, but also bring awareness to the breath, to the feet on the earth, to this Waldenstrom's community that you're in. You're not alone. Good. I might take one more on each side. Just getting the juices flowing. And then we'll come back to center and just reach just the right arm out. The right arm out to the right. And I'm going to bring a lot of space between the fingers, as wide as I can make the fingers. And then I'll bring my fist around my thumb and drop the knuckles down. So I'm breathing in, lifting, spreading the fingers. Breathing out, knuckles down. And the arm can be lifted as high as feels good. It doesn't have to be as high as what I'm doing. We're just getting a little bit of motion and lotion in the wrists and fingers. Good. One more. Beautiful. And then I'll lift that right arm, right palm, and just tilt that left ear to the left shoulder. Make little circles. Breathing as you move the arm ever downward. Now I'm really in the need of this chair yoga today. I feel missed you guys for 2 whole weeks. And eventually I might just tuck my arm behind my back. I still have my left ear tilted towards my left shoulder, and then I'll spin my chin down. So I'm getting a really nice stretch to the upper right shoulder. And I'm letting both shoulders relax and soften, just for a couple breaths. Beautiful. Returning to center and just noticing what is the difference I feel between my right and my left sides right now. And just noticing that. And then we'll switch sides. We'll bring the left arm to the left. And lots of space between the fingers, tipping the fingers back towards the face. You got it. And knuckles around the, fingers around the thumb in a fist, dropping it down. Breathing in, lifting, spreading. You got it. Breathing out, knuckles down. A couple more at your own pace. Just observing, being present with your breath. And I'll leave my palm lifted as I tilt my right ear away from the arm. Little circles. Moving my arm down little by little. And then eventually I could rest my hand on my hip, or I could tuck my arm behind my back and spin my chin down. Can I let both shoulders just relax for a moment as I take 1 or 2 more breaths here? And then we're releasing back up to center and opening both arms wide. Pushing the chest forward, arching the back if that would feel okay, or skipping it if it doesn't. And then I'll interlace my fingers in front of the body and just pull the arms away a little bit. So I'm creating some nice space in my upper back. I'm breathing in, opening, chest lifting, breathing out, interlacing, lots of space. Doing this at your own pace, maybe 3 more, and you could look away from the monitor. I'm looking at some nice trees out my window swaying in the wind. Got it. And maybe 1 more. Beautiful. That's really good, Ginger. And then let's go ahead and give ourselves a hug. If you can remember which arm was on top last time, do the opposite. If you can't, that's okay. And I'm going to tuck my chin and just give myself some gold stars today for showing up. Now, if you would like, you can grab that little sip of water if you have something close by. Take a little sip of water, and then we'll do some whole body movements, right? And if you're low energy today, you can simply sit and listen and watch and do what feels best to you. So again, I'm sitting up away from the edge, from the back of my chair. I'm on the edge of my chair here, and I'm going to bring a little bit of space between my feet. And maybe I'm doing a really, really tiny torso circle. And that circle might get a little bit bigger. Breathing. Coming back the other direction. I'm slowing myself down purposefully today. And as I move more slowly than maybe I want to, I observe, that I can be pretty impatient. So I'm trying to teach myself some patience by just going a little bit slower. Let's go back the other direction again. Noticing the feet. Right, maybe I just soften my gaze to the earth. And I'm breathing in for half the circle and breathing out for the other half. Maybe I'd like to move in the other direction, breathing in for half the circle, breathing out for the other half. One or two more circles. All right, and then coming back to neutral, I'm going to grab onto my chair and just lift each foot, place it back in, and then step it back out. Stepping in and stepping out, nice and slow. Seeing if you can refrain from rocking from side to side. So you're really using your core to stay upright. That's beautiful, Betty Ann. And as I do this, I notice I've stopped breathing. So I'm going to try to turn my breathing back on a little bit. And then the next time I step my feet in, I'll stay there. And I'm going to bring my arms straight out in front like I'm hanging on to the subway straps. And I'm going to walk one arm out and then the other arm out, one arm in and the other arm in. So I'm walking them out and walking them in. Maybe one more, and then we're going to combine these two movements. You've got it. So nice to see you, Carol. That's beautiful. Just doing a little bit of whole body movement. And Carol's joining us from the infusion chair. And Carol, you just missed Ginger. She's also in the infusion chair today. So go ahead and do what you can today. So I'm going to bring my feet apart like I had them, and my arms apart. And I'm going to walk in opposite arm, opposite leg. Walk out, opposite arm, opposite leg. You just happen to come at kind of a challenging moment, Carol. So if you want to kind of maybe take some breaths and do some of the things you know we normally do to get yourself just energy flowing a little bit. Or maybe you can take in this new space. We're breathing as we do this. Opposite arm, in and out. And I really have to concentrate on this one. Breathing in, breathing out. You've got it. I love it. One more on each side. And then we'll come out to the wider stance and bring the arms down. So I feel that work in my arms. And while I'm here, I might as well do some bicep curls. So somebody was talking about strength training. And what I'm going to do here is just both fists are coming up, and I'm contracting the bicep muscle. And then I'm going to release the arm down and really see if I can contract the back of my arms, the upper arms. So I'm breathing in and out as I do this, and my mind is moving to my muscles that are being worked. Right? You could even use little weights if you wanted to. Right? If there's something in the way, if you happen to be joining us from your infusion chair and you have, something in the veins in the arm, you can skip this one. Squeeze. You got it, Jane. Feeling the muscles. Feeling those muscles grow. And maybe we'll take just one more. Beautiful. And then relaxing. If you have the weights, you can set them to the side. We'll do another set of those in a moment, but I'm going to take a stretch. Right arm reaching over to the left and coming back to center. Left arm reaching up and over to the right. Keeping my sit bones glued down, keeping my feet glued down, but my upper body can sway from side to side. I'm looking to stretch the muscles between the ribs, get some range of motion in my shoulders. And this can definitely help move the spine in a way that we don't normally move the spine, in lateral flexion. And this is going to help me if I have what I call the triple D, degenerative disc disease, right? I'm going to be providing a little bit of motion to those joints. It's going to help it's going to help bring fluid to dried out discs. One more on each side. And so we'll twisting. So we're going to do some twisting next. Let's go ahead and come back and let's walk the feet back to center and bring the arms out to the sides. I'm still sitting up away from the back of my chair. And I'm just going to twist my torso to the right. Inhaling center. Exhale, twist the torso to the left. Breathing in center. Just some very gentle twists from side to side, flowing from side to side, getting the energy flowing, rotating the spine. Good. And then as I come back this time, I'll give myself another hug. Apparently we need 8 to 12 hugs a day, and I'm not getting nearly enough of those. So see if you can demand some hugs from the next person you see after we finish our session today. Now let's go ahead and stretch the legs a little bit. So I'm holding onto my chair and I'm just going to stretch that right leg out and pump the foot a few times. So my right leg is straight and I'm pumping my foot as if I were stepping on the gas pedal and then lifting up and back. Maybe you want to do 3 more of those and feeling the strength in the calf, feeling the strength in the shin. And switching sides. I've got that left leg out, heel on the earth, pointing and flexing. Right, in just a moment, you'll have the option to stand up. And then before we stand, go ahead and come back to your seat here. And I'm just going to march in place a little bit. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Yeah, take a sip, whatever you need. Walking in place, opposite arm, opposite leg. Swinging the arms joyously. Here I am on the planet Earth at the same time as all of these wonderful people. I am indeed very, very lucky. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, before I stand up, I'm going to have a little mindful moment. I might even close my eyes or soften my gaze down. And I'm going to draw 3 breaths in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. In my mind's eye, I'm picturing myself stand up in a mindful, safe way. And then when I open my eyes, I'll get ready to do just that. And that's an option. If you would rather stay seated, go ahead and take good care of yourself. And just take a moment to make sure there's nothing in the way. Get all those things you need. I'm going to flow up onto my tiptoes and back down, holding onto my chair. As I breathe in, I'm lifting up. As I breathe out, I'm coming down, and I might focus on something kind of far away. And at the same time, noticing everything I can see in my peripheral vision, noticing how wide and how tall and how low my field of vision goes. Maybe I'd like to challenge myself a little bit and take one or both arms up and down. You could always hold on to the chair with one arm. Breathing in, breathing out. You've got it. Continuing to do this, and I do feel that I am strengthening my calves as I do this. Feel the strength in your calf muscles. They might be short little floats or flutters, or I might have a big wingspan and glide down very slowly. This last one I'm going to go as slowly as I can, all the way down. Beautiful. And then I'll go ahead and just bend my knees and bring my hips back, coming into my chair pose here. If you have knee issues, you might want to either skip this one or don't bend the knees as far. I'm going to pull my belly towards my spine, so I'm protecting my lower back, sitting down a little deeper if I'd like to strengthen more. And then from here, I have an option. I could just stay static, or I could flow a little bit, so my arms can come back behind me. And as I inhale, I could swoop my arms up, straighten the legs. As I exhale, I'm sinking back down. And again, I'm just aware of this whole field of vision, all around me. Sinking down, breathing in, rising up. Exhaling, sinking down. That's good. As you sink down, we're bending the knees and we're not folding. We're not folding forward. We're just sinking the whole torso down. So take a peek at me, Edith. I'm just going to sink down on my knees and bring my arms back. Beautiful. So you can feel that strength in your glute muscles working. And those glute muscles, so important for things like getting up out of the chair, walking up the steps, and even some walking, you know, when we're really turning those muscles on. So I'm going to feel the strength in my legs now. Taking one or two more. Or just walking in place, right? That's good. And then I will do just that. So I'm taking a walk. Opposite arm, opposite leg. And let the arms really swing. Feeling that vitality. Moving through the body. Movement is medicine. Motion is lotion. Right? Getting the circulation pumping, getting the lymph fluid pumping. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm coming back to my bicep curls, but I'm standing. And I'm going to do another set, as I promised you. Another set of bicep curls. So I'm just bringing those fists up by my shoulders and bringing them down. Of course, some of you have weights. And you guys really want to do strength training. I can feel it. So we'll definitely get that on the calendar for September, I promise. And we have the walk for Waldenstrom's coming up in September, and I've created a community wellness team again. We raised a lot of money last year, and I was so proud that all of that came from this community. And that's just an option. You can participate by walking, or you could participate by coming to our classes. So I'll share more information about that as that unfolds in September. All right, just a little info to keep you moving, keep you distracted while we 3 more pumps. You got it. Nice, Betty Ann. Nice, Catherine. And you got it, Joyce. One last one. All right, and now I'm going to go back to take my weights to the side. I'm going to go back to walking in place. But this time, I'm going to go as slowly as I can, slowly flowing. Noticing all of the muscles and joints involved. Feeling which part of my foot hits first, hits last. And once again, I'm widening out my field of vision. I can notice what's beneath me to the sides. And as I slow it down, I'm standing on one leg a little bit longer. A little bit longer. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Think of like, the $6 Million Man in slow motion. You got it. One more on each side. Yeah, you got it, Carol. It's so good to see you. So we're going to take a little stretch. You do what you got to do. And walk the feet back. Find your hands on either your chair or a wall or a countertop. Come into your version of a down dog. If that means keeping your head lifted to care for glaucoma or vertigo, you can keep your head lifted. Right, so not only am I strengthening, but I'd like to stretch the muscles. Strengthening and stretching. Stretching is so important so we can keep that muscle length. And as I come up, I'm going to step just the right foot forward. And I'm going to spin the left leg. or spin the left foot so it's out to the side a little bit. My torso is upright, right? So I'm bending into that right knee, squeezing that left glute. And I'm just going to take a few arm circles with my left arm. Breathing in, breathing out. Feeling the energy flowing. You got it. And then we'll go ahead and shorten the stance, straighten both legs, and take a little forward fold, pulling the belly towards the spine. Maybe my hands come to the back of a chair, tucking my chin, pulling that belly up towards the spine. Maybe I can go a little farther. Bring the hands to the seat of the chair. Finding my breath. I'm not forcing anything here. Walking myself back up nice and slow. Stepping the left foot forward. Right foot back at an angle. Bending into that left knee. Can you squeeze that right glute muscle? So we're hugging that muscle along the bone. And we're going to swoop the right arm up and over a few times. If you feel like this is a real balance challenge, walk the left foot to the left a little bit. Widen out your base. Right, maybe you can find a place far away to gaze. And just observe the breath. Good. And then we'll switch it up. I'm going to shorten my stance. Both legs are straight. I'm taking a bow, getting a stretch to the back of the left leg, pulling my belly towards my spine, tucking my chin so my back of my neck is nice and long. Beautiful, Karen, finding your breath. Rooting down through both feet like two rivers. And slowly but surely making your way up. And we'll take one more standing pose, just standing on one leg, our flamingo pose. So I'm going to start with my weight in the right foot. Got my chair to hold on to. Lifting up my left leg and hugging it in. Soft bend to that right knee. If you have knee issues on the right side, don't hold this as long. I'm working towards finding my edge. Where is that edge? And I'm just observing that, like I'm taking notes. Okay, that was one breath and I fell out of it. Okay, that was 3 breaths. Okay, I could hang out here for a long time, just noticing. And then releasing and switching sides. Weight in the left foot, hug the right foot up and in. Little bend to that left knee and belly is pulling in. Just observing, is my edge different on this side? Doing whatever feels best with my arms. Again, my field of vision is taking in the whole room, everything that I can see. You've got it, Bev. Beautiful. Finding that edge. Oh, hello there, old friend. There you are. And then we'll just walk it out a little bit. Any other movements the body's asking for? This whole space is all for us to do what we need to do, to be healthy, to be free. And I might just let my arms swing and dangle a little bit. Any other movements, maybe a little bit of an arching of the back. That's good, Gordon. 2 elephant trunks swinging. You got it. And then when I'm ready, I'll come to sit. Maybe take a little sip of water on the way. Here I am at the edge of my chair again, and I'm crossing my right ankle over my left knee, taking a moment to just care for my lower limb. Maybe it's through tapping, maybe it's through massage. Right, so just beginning to wind down, Ginger, and I do have my bowls today, so I hope you'll stay for those. Just a little bit of a taste of the bowls because we'll have a sound meditation this Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Grabbing onto my shin, moving into my hip stretch, I'll just reach my heart forward. Beautiful. Soften my shoulders. Take a couple of easy breaths. Maybe even soften my gaze. Right? This is just how I am in this moment. You got it. And we'll sit up nice and tall, cross the knee over, and we'll take a twist to the right. Use those torso muscles to twist. Let the shoulders soften. Get a good, delicious twist here for the spine. And release to center. We'll switch sides, left ankle over the right knee, reaching the heart forward. Or actually, sorry, I skipped the massage or the tapping, whatever would feel good here. So just a little bit of self-care for the lower limb on the left side. So this side could feel really different. I'm going to just hold onto my shin and get into my hip stretch. Modify this. If you have any pain or discomfort in the knee, come out of it. Right? If this feels like pressure on the knee, just kick it out and get out of it. Sitting up tall, we cross the knee over. Take our little twist to the left. All the muscles working. Juicing up the spine as we release back to center. One more big stretch. And this morning, you can see this banner behind me. I took this from the office after our staff retreat. Had to buy a bag just for it to take on the plane. The only bag that I could find that was the right size and the right price was covered in unicorns. So I carried a unicorn bag back with me, carrying this banner. And then this morning, my brother, very helpful fellow, helped me hang this. So, and you know, it's just all in the family, right? So let's go ahead and close with a little bit of meditation. I'm going to allow myself to relax here. I'm going to stop my doing and just start being. Letting my feet rest, letting my lower limbs completely relax. Going to let my whole weight sink into its support in my chair. Just feeling that portion today with 1 Om and 3 Shantis. The word Shanti means peace. So see how far and wide we can spread that ripple, breathing in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I'm thanking you so much for your practice today, friends. Namaste.